guys, in today's video I'm going to be doing a face of the day. Get ready with me again, but I have some new stuff that I want to try out, and I want to try it for the first time on camera so I could truly see what it looks like and what I thought about it and some of the things I'm really excited about. So I hope you guys will watch, and let's just go ahead and get to the makeup. My face situation is the same as usual. I have dark under eye circles and just have my hair pulled back into, I don't know, a very simple ponytail today, but I have like this scarf thing wrapped around it, which I think makes it a little fancier maybe. I'm going to be trying out for my primer today the Becca Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation. It's just, I have a little sample of it. And at first I didn't really know what this was, and then I read the back, and to me it did not sound like a foundation. It sounded like a primer. It's a pretty thick consistency. I don't know if you can see that there. So let's just see. Just rub between my fingers, and it feels really good. It doesn't have any kind of scent. For foundation, I'm going to be trying out the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation Plus Skincare. I also have a sample of that. Top is what I think is probably going to be a better match for me, and it says that it is in the shade Fair Neutral. So it is a pretty thin consistency, I would say. It's not super thick, and normally I'd probably put this on the back of my hand, but since I am getting it out of this little sample packet, I think I'm just going to dot it all over my face, and then we'll go from there. So the makeup applicator that I'm using today, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, and I need to wash this, I apologize, but this is the StansOut Beauty Sponge. I've never heard anybody talk about this until I saw Risa Does Makeup talk about this on her channel, and she said you can use it wet or dry, and she really likes it. And it's essentially a memory foam. Like, it does exactly the same thing memory foam does. Like, you can do that and it just like comes right back to life. And I'll have it listed below if you guys are interested. So that seems to be blending out pretty well. I've never been really disappointed by an IT Cosmetics foundation. It's medium coverage. It is buildable if you want to build it a little bit. Also, it seems to go on my face really well over that No Pigment Becca foundation primer or whatever it is. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is concealer, and I'm using a new concealer I haven't tried before. It's from Essence, and it is the High Beauty Under Eye Brightening, and I think mine is in the shade Fair, is that right? No, mine's in the shade Rose Beige. So I got this at Ulta. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm skipping that step where I usually put the peach color corrector, and I'm just strictly going in with this concealer because it's supposed to have a pinky sort of brightening, and I want to see if that pink does anything like the peach does, but I'm pretty sure the pink is just to brighten up. I don't think it's to color correct. It blends out really easily. So that is the concealer blended in, and I feel like it took away a little bit of the darkness maybe. So I did go ahead and pick up that number 7, what is this called? The number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder in the shade Light. This is what has been highly recommended by a lot of people. That's supposed to be comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury powder, and I have used this twice. I think it's very inexpensive. I think it was like $12 at Target. So I'm just going to be using that all over the rest of my face to set my foundation. But just a little bit. Like I said, I think this is maybe the second or third time I've used it, but I haven't noticed anything negative or anything that's been wrong with it. The times that I have worn it, I mean, it seems to wear exactly like the Charlotte Tilbury does. So let's put a light layer of that as my setting powder. Then 2 palettes from Profusion, which I've never used anything from Profusion, but I saw it at Walmart, and I don't know why I've never seen it before, but they're super inexpensive. I think they were $5 a piece. So I got a blush palette, and I got one of the eye palettes. So we're going to use both of these today. So this is the blush palette I picked up, and it's got these shades right here, which are really, really beautiful. And you can kind of see it's got a highlight shade. It has a shade on the bottom there that I'm probably going to try to use for a bronzer. So we're just going to see what happens with that. All right, so I'm going to take a blush brush and we're just going to go in and I'm going to try this shade down here. It's called Bronzette. So that's what I'm going to try to use as a bronzer. Could be a very bad idea, but we're going to try it. It looks like it's very, very pigmented, so I'm gonna be really careful here. All right, so let's just see what happens. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, let me go ahead and get some of it off onto this side. Oh my goodness, I think this was a big mistake. But it's too late now, so. All right, I'm just gonna keep buffing this in. I'm really, really unhappy with this as a bronzer, but it's, I mean, it's not the makeup's fault, it's my fault for going with the color. I mean, I thought it kind of looked dark, but I didn't think it was gonna be that dark when I put it on, but it shows you what I get for thinking, right? All right, we're just gonna leave it at this. I don't think that looks terrible. I don't think it looks great, but I don't think it looks awful, and we'll blend it some more in a few minutes. So the blush I'm going to use out of here, I think I'm going to go with this shade right here, which is called Blossom. So I'm going to use that same brush that I used for the highlighter, for the bronzer, except all the bronzer's off of it now. So I'm going to go in with this shade Blossom. I wonder if it's gonna, they're real powdery. I don't know if you can see right there in the pan on the bottom. That one especially, that's not terrible. It's not something I can't live with for $5. All right, so let's just go ahead and get the blush on and see if we can also make a mess of that. Much better. Okay. All right. Yeah, that color's really pretty and it blends out really smoothly for me. So I'll do this side. But definitely you can go overboard. All right, and then I think I'm also gonna try a highlighter. We're just trying all the stuff. So I'm gonna try this shade right here. It's called Bashful, and it kind of has a highlighty effect to it. It looks like it might be good for a highlighter, so I don't know, I'm gonna try it and see. I'm actually gonna take a fan brush just because I think it'll distribute it a little bit better. All right, so let's see what we think now. Okay, yeah, I think that could definitely be used as a highlighter. Now we're gonna do the eyes, which I'm actually really scared about because I definitely don't wanna go overboard on the pigment for that. Let me see, I'm gonna see if I can blend this all in a little bit more together. Okay. I feel like that looks a lot better since I did that. Okay. So now we're gonna take the Bare Tin Shadow palette, is the one that I got, and we're gonna see what a mess we can make from these. But the shadows, the shades themselves are really beautiful. There's a few mattes in here, and there's a few shimmers, and there's a few that look like they have maybe like a satiny finish. So that is what it looks like, all the colors there, you can see. They look really, really pretty. All right, so I'm gonna go all over my lid with this first color right here, and it's called Polite. And I'm actually just gonna do that with my finger rather than with a brush. Let's do it on this eye. They feel really smooth. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's called Recital, and it looks like it's more of like a pinky brown. Do that all in the crease. And that's really pretty. Also very pigmented, so just keep that in mind. Those of you who are like me and want to go in super heavy-handed all the time. Okay, so I'm just drawing that back and forth in my crease with the crease brush. These are also pretty powdery. Like, you see how that powder kicked up on that shade right there, Recital, that I just used? So just kind of be aware of that too. I don't notice any fallout on my face underneath though. It seems to be just when you put your brush in the pan that it's like that. Going with this shade right here, which is called Changes. So we're going a little bit darker. We're gonna do that on the lid and the outer part of the crease. And then I'll just kind of go over, but mostly this is just for the outer V and for maybe close to half of the lid. Okay, almost halfway over for the lid. The outer V, make sure it gets in there because that's really where I want to concentrate it at, is this outer part of my eye. And then I'll drag it over and kind of blend in whatever else is there. Do the inner corner. I'm going to do this shade right here, which is called Compelling, and it's a little bit of a shimmery shadow. I don't know if you can even tell that I did that, but so that I'm going to put on the inner part of my eye and over to meet that last shadow that I just did. It's a very, very, very pretty color, and the colors blend together really, really well. Okay, so now I have a mini sample of the Benefit Gimme Brow. Let me see what I can do here. I do like how small the brush is. New mascara today. This is also from my Ipsy bag, which if you didn't see that video, I uploaded it yesterday if you want to check that out. But this is the new mascara from It Cosmetics. It's the Lash Blowout, and I'm excited to try this because I haven't tried this mascara yet. It's a pretty full wand, so we're just gonna see what happens. I like the formula so far. I like the brush. Making them look just really full and voluminous. Hit those bottom lashes. I actually really like this mascara. What do you guys think? I think it does really, really well. I like the way it looks on my lashes. For lips today, a new little lippy thing from Tarte. This is one of the H2O glosses, and this color is called Hang 10. So let's see how this works. It's got a little doe foot applicator. There's kind of the color, if you guys want to see that. All right, we'll see. I do like the formula of those Tarte H2O glosses. I'm having a really, really big issue with my face. I don't like it, and I feel like it still looks way too, I don't know. But I'm gonna take this big powder brush with this powder, and I'm gonna go over all this actually. Let's see if I can't just tone it down just a little bit where I will feel comfortable with it. I do think that helped. That definitely helped. Okay. Okay, well that powder definitely helped, so I'm very happy about that. So overall, I'm really happy with everything I tried today that was new. That Becca colorless foundation, in essence primer, it's okay. I would never purchase a full size of that, but the two palettes that I use from Profusion, I really like both of those. I like the mascara quite a bit. I like the brow pencil, and the concealer was not bad actually for not being a color correcting concealer. It was just a concealer. I'm pretty happy with everything I tried today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like any of these products, or if you've tried any of them and you have opinions, I would love to know in the comments below. Have you guys tried out the Profusion makeup yet? Because I think based on this, I might want to try some more in the future. I'm really, really happy with the way the eyes turned. I've rambled long enough, so I hope you guys have a really great afternoon, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.